your car is likely a $100,000 mistake. I'm JM, and today we're diving into the 5% rule for buying a car. Most people spend driven by emotion or status. This contrarian rule is a guardrail designed to protect your wealth and your freedom. The core principle is simple. The total price of your car should never exceed 5% of your total net worth. It's a financial reality test. If your net worth is $1 million, your car budget is $50,000. Why? Because vehicles are depreciating assets that eat your wealth. Cars lose value the moment you drive them off the lot. By sticking to 5%, you ensure your car serves your life, not your ego. Why do people breach this? Status signaling. We're wired to seek approval, but this behavior leads to rationalizing toxic debt. The financing fallacy is the trap. People focus on monthly payments, ignoring that high interest can double the car's price over time. Let's look at a $50,000 car. Factor in interest, insurance, and repairs. Over 5 years, that car costs you over $100,000. That is a massive financial hemorrhage. Contrast that with a $25,000 car, which costs you 4 times less. Conventional advice says, buy used. I say focus on proportionality. Spending 30% of your net worth on a car is financial suicide. Step 1. Calculate your net worth honestly. Step 2. Multiply by 0.05. That is your absolute ceiling. Step 3. Factor in the total cost. Fuel, insurance, maintenance. Step 4. Shop strictly within that boundary. No exceptions. Let's explore some advanced strategies that can further optimize your financial well-being when it comes to car ownership. Consider the opportunity cost. If instead of spending $50,000 on a car, you invested it at 7%, in 10 years that grows to nearly $100,000. Another tactic is leveraging tax advantages. Business owners can deduct vehicle expenses, provided you have meticulous record keeping. Explore total cost of ownership calculators that factor in fuel, registration, and even parking. These offer a granular view of the impact over time. Leasing is a double-edged sword. While payments may be lower, penalties for wear and mileage can make it more expensive than a reliable used car. Consider residual value. Brands like Toyota and Honda historically retain value better than luxury European marques, mitigating depreciation losses. Let's delve deeper into the psychology behind car spending. Understanding these forces helps you resist unhealthy financial behaviors. Behavioral economics teaches that we struggle with delayed gratification. Present bias triggers the thrill of new over the rational long-term cost. The sunk cost fallacy plays a role. After investing in an expensive car, owners feel compelled to spend more on repairs to protect the investment. Social proof is another potent driver. When your circle values flashy cars, the pressure to conform can push you past the 5% threshold. Research shows that beyond a point, spending more doesn't increase happiness. The hedonic treadmill adapts to luxuries, making the initial joy fade. To illustrate these concepts, let's examine a few real-world examples that highlight the consequences of following or ignoring the rule. Sarah, an entrepreneur with $800,000, bought a $60,000 SUV, exceeding her budget. Within 2 years, maintenance eroded her finances. Learning from this, Sarah sold the vehicle and bought a high-quality used car for $35,000, freeing capital to stabilize her net worth. Mike, with $2 million net worth, strictly adhered to the 5% rule. He purchased a $70,000 sedan and sold it after 5 years with no strain. By reinvesting the savings, Mike contributed to sustained wealth growth, using the car as a tool for transportation, not a financial drain. Lisa, a recent graduate with $30,000, was tempted by a new car. Realizing it would consume 80% of her wealth, she opted for a used car at $7,000. This decision allowed her to build savings and avoid crippling debt early in her career, setting a strong foundation for future wealth. The 5% rule doesn't exist in isolation. It aligns with broader principles, living below your means and maintaining liquidity for contingencies. By limiting car expenditure, you free up capital for investments that compound. This discipline fosters a mindset that benefits all spending. Owning a car that stretches your budget leaves you vulnerable to job loss or medical emergencies. Sticking to the rule helps maintain adequate reserves. Your car decisions should factor into legacy goals. A depreciating asset consuming your wealth reduces what you can pass on. The rule ensures your legacy remains. An often overlooked aspect is the environmental and social cost associated with car ownership, which indirectly affects your finances. Opting for fuel-efficient or electric vehicles can yield savings through lower fuel expenses and tax incentives, improving your total cost of ownership. Public perception is shifting. Some employers offer perks for electric cars, like preferred parking, enhancing convenience and reducing long-term costs. Urban living and alternative modes like car sharing offer ways to rethink ownership. Reducing dependency can free up significant funds for investment. Looking ahead, technology is reshaping car ownership. Autonomous vehicles and smart mobility solutions promise to disrupt traditional models. As these innovations mature, the cost-benefit analysis of owning a car will shift. You might find that owning a car becomes less necessary altogether. Subscription models could replace ownership. Applying the principle of proportionality will remain relevant as you evaluate these new mobility options. Staying informed about these trends and being flexible will help you maintain financial resilience and capitalize on emerging future opportunities. In conclusion, the 5% rule is more than a number. It is a disciplined mindset that integrates financial rigor, psychological insight, and practical wisdom. It challenges norms that equate car ownership with status, urging you instead to prioritize your long-term wealth and your ultimate freedom. By respecting this rule, you avoid the trap of over-leveraging a depreciating asset that can silently erode your financial foundation. The rule is adaptable and personalized. It grows with you as your net worth evolves, ensuring your upgrades are sustainable and aligned with your goals. By understanding psychological forces, status, dopamine, social pressure, you empower yourself to make rational decisions despite cultural contrary messages. Ultimately, the 5% rule is a tool for building a legacy. It keeps you grounded in what matters: security, freedom, and the ability to pursue your passions. I encourage you to internalize this principle, adapt it to your circumstances, and share it with others caught in the costly cycle of overspending. True wealth is not just what you make, but what you keep and grow. Master the 5% rule, and you master a crucial aspect of your financial destiny. Let us shift gears and talk about the psychology of wealth retention. Making money is one skill. Keeping it is an entirely different skill. I have seen people make millions in a single year and lose it all because they lack the psychological framework to retain their wealth. The first hurdle is the arrival fallacy. The belief that a certain net worth will solve your internal problems. It doesn't. It only amplifies them. If you are anxious when broke, you will be anxious when rich. You must do the internal work alongside the external work to keep what you build. The second hurdle is external expectations. Society expects you to upgrade your lifestyle to match your income. This is the golden handcuffs trap. You buy the bigger house not because you want it, but because you feel you must. You must decouple self-worth from net worth and lifestyle from income. The third hurdle is the fear of loss. When you have millions, you have everything to lose. This fear can paralyze you or cause unnecessary risk-taking. You must develop a healthy relationship with risk and accept that volatility is the price of admission for long-term growth. Trust the framework. Finally, let us talk about legacy. What is the point of building wealth? It is about creating a foundation for the generations that come after us. It's about creating a foundation that allows our children and grandchildren to start their lives from a position of strength rather than struggle. But leaving a legacy isn't just about money. Leaving money without the knowledge to manage it is a recipe for disaster. I have seen wealth destroy families. Your true legacy is the financial education you pass down, the values you instill, the example you set. Teach the principles of wealth building. Teach them the difference between an asset and a liability. Teach them the power of compounding and the absolute danger of toxic debt. Teach the value of hard work and contribution. Wealth is a tool to be used for positive impact. It is your responsibility to ensure that impact is realized. Every video I create is built around a formula. Today, the formula is simple. Wealth equals assets minus liabilities multiplied by time. Wealth equals assets minus liabilities multiplied by time. This is the institutional architecture of wealth retention. Internalize it, The middle class focuses on reducing liabilities, paying off debt. The wealthy focus on increasing assets, acquiring income-producing properties and businesses. The wealthy use strategic liabilities, investment debt, to accelerate asset acquisition. They give the equation the one input that cannot be bought: time. Commit to acquiring one income-producing asset per year. You will be financially free within a decade, not by luck, but by the math of compounding. I want to close with why we are doing this. Building wealth isn't about accumulating things or impressing people. It is not a competition. Building wealth is about freedom, the resources to live on your terms, to spend time on what matters, to provide security and contribute to causes you believe in. The strategies discussed, leverage, tax optimization, asset architecture, are all tools in service of that deeper purpose. They are means to an end. The wealthiest people I've worked with are defined by what they do with their freedom, employing thousands, funding research, or spending time with family. Whatever your version of freedom, the path runs through these principles. Acquire assets, use leverage intelligently, minimize taxes, give compounding time. The journey is long. The path is not straight. There will be setbacks and mistakes. Every setback is a lesson that makes you a more sophisticated investor. Stay the course. Trust the math. Build the life you deserve. I am JM, and thank you for watching Be Rich Formulas. Trust the architecture of wealth. DM me the word wealth to start your journey. Subscribe for more insider wealth building strategies, and I will see you in the next video. Stability today, upside tomorrow. Invest with confidence. Visit the link below to enroll in the course and take control of your financial future today.